Gadgets these days have a lot of specs, and some might be flagship gadgets as well. Do we use all the features provided in them in our daily life? And are the features we might need the most present and functional in the gadgets that we use? Well, let's try answer some of these questions for the Lenovo P2 in this full review. Hey guys, this is Abhi and you're watching Techxplicit. Let's get started. Lenovo released the P2 with some very attractive features in the mid-range segment. It has a 5.5-inch AMOLED screen, 13 megapixel and 5 megapixel cameras, dual tone dual LED flash, 5100 mAh battery, a metal unibody design, fingerprint sensor, single bottom facing speaker, Lenovo's rapid charging technology, and Snapdragon 625 SoC. Getting in detail with the functionality and appearance of the phone. It looks premium with its metal body design and chamfered edges. It feels and is sturdy. The phone is slim for a battery of 5100 mAh, which is huge, and feels a little heavy when compared to any other budget segment phones due to its massive battery. But because of the weight, it also feels solid. You will not have a feeling of using a plastic toy phone, which some of the phones might feel like. The AMOLED screen is top-notch, just like the screens you'll find in Samsung phones. It is vibrant and also bright. You will not have any sunlight visibility issues whatsoever. Lenovo has provided two screen modes, vibrant and normal. I personally like the normal color mode, which looks like the sRGB mode in the OnePlus 3 and the Nexus 6P. The display is Full HD with 401 pixels per inch. I have no complaints with the phone's display whatsoever. Moving on to the processor. The Snapdragon 625, as known, is very power efficient. It can perform all the tasks that you throw at it without breaking a sweat. Moreover, there are no heating issues on the phone at all. Gaming on the phone is also flawless. I've played all the big titles on the Lenovo P2 and the experience is only positive. There are no stutters and lags. The gameplay is comparable to that of the flagships with minimal frame rate differences that you might not notice in day-to-day usage. If you're worried about the performance on the phone because it's a mid-ranger, that should be least of your concerns. The phone that I'm reviewing is a 4GB RAM variant, and it is definitely better than 3GB variants, as almost all the apps are in memory all the time. I rarely see the apps being pushed out of the memory. Coming to the camera on the phone, it has a 13 megapixel sensor and does a decent job in well-lit areas. You will not have any problems with the photos clicked in the daytime. The amount of detail captured is adequate and the dynamic range is also good. There are options like ultra-low light, pro mode to manually control the aspects of the photo, and other features like Art Nightscape, Artistic HDR, which provides some control over the color balance and noise levels on the image. The images clicked in the low lighting conditions are noisy, and due to the lack of optical image stabilization, they might get a little shaky at times. Applying the different filters that I mentioned above might not make a huge difference in the images clicked in dark lighting conditions. Video, on the other hand, is decent. P2 can record video in 4K, but the output is not impressive. The major part of the stuttery videos is the lack of optical image stabilization. I can say that the camera does a decent job for the budget in which the phone is available. Next up is battery life. This is a topic that needs no introduction on the Lenovo P2. The massive 5100 mAh battery speaks for itself. Not just the numbers, the practical output that one can achieve on the phone is also very impressive. I managed to get a 10-hour screen on time on a very heavy usage, and the phone never gave me any opportunity to charge it daily. The P2 comes with a power saving slider at the side, which terminates all the functionalities of the phone except the calling, messaging, calculator, clock, and radio features. Lenovo did not provide any option to change the functionality of this slider. It can only be used to get into power saving mode, which is disappointing. On the phone with such a battery backup, one would not need the power saving mode regularly, and hence, it would have been awesome if Lenovo provided the option to configure the shortcut slider with some regularly used tasks like the silent mode or any other feature for that matter. Charging on the phone is really fast for the size of the battery it comes with. The P2 can charge from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes and 0 to 100% in 90 minutes, which is really quick for a 5100 mAh battery. Well, my experience with the phone has been amazing, and I actually got used to the battery backup that the phone can provide. I'm now skeptical about switching to any other phone, as I might not get similar utility in terms of the battery. There are other phones in budget segment which come with the Snapdragon 625 processor at a cheaper price, but the little extra investment that you put on the P2 gives you an AMOLED display and superior build quality. Again, it comes down to your personal preference. If you're not too much into AMOLED displays, you can opt for different phones. I personally have been using phones with AMOLED screens since a long time, and hence I prefer to stick with AMOLED screens going forward. So the verdict is, P2 is an awesome package. It is rather an all-rounder and the best pick for the people with heavy usage. What are your thoughts on the P2? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe and click the notify button to get notified regarding all the uploads every day. This is Abhishek signing off. See you in the next one. Bye now.